Welcome to another issue of Coffee Talk. It is Tuesday, just about 7 p.m. Central Time. July is almost over. Waiting for a few people to enter the stream, identifying who they are, and then I will be getting started. It's been a long day. It had been raining so much I wasn't able to mow the yard, so today was yard day. Had a young lawn guy who helped me. Ooh, it was pretty much most of the day trying to get it cleaned up. Hello, Black Widow, welcome. I can't see squat. I really am messed up with the phone situation the way it is. Let's see, I see Mel Bro. Welcome, Mel Bro. And the Bud Files. Hello, Bud Files. How's it time there? Well, I'm 13 hours behind you where you're at, Melbro. I think you're over in the Philippines or over in Asia. So we're about 13 hours behind you. So if it's 8 o'clock where you're at 7 in the morning, 7 o'clock in the evening over here. So I think you're a little bit ahead of me. Black Widow, how are you doing? You doing okay, lady? I spent the day doing yard work. $7 a.m. or 7 p.m. 7 p.m. here. 7 p.m. here. If you're over in the Philippines, you're 13 hours ahead of me. It should be 8 a.m. the next day over where you're at. You're this side of the world. Oh, where you're at, it's 5:33 a.m. Well, are you in India? Are you in India? Is that where you're at? Or are you in Indonesia? I think that's a separate time zone. India. Okay. Ala Kaneda is also in India. He comes into my stream sometimes. Nice lady. Hello, Wade. I tell you, I don't know. India is one of the places I don't know very much about. I know that I think they speak the language Hindi. Is it Hindi what you speak? But I don't know about the various states in India. I really do not. How are you doing, Wayne? Malay Malayalam. Okay. I know that there's probably multiple languages in your country. I know that the population of your country is probably about close to 5 times the population of mine, and we're a big country. All right, tired. I hear you. I'm tired too. Yeah, I probably need to. I'm out of shape. I'm really out of shape. I'd be in a bad way if somebody tried to come at me. I was talking to somebody and they were asking me questions about Taekwondo and, you know, martial arts. And I was trying to explain to them the idea and the concept of doing forms is basically about developing muscle memory, repetitive training your body. And you're basically training to do different defensive and offensive movement, strikes and blocks and kicks and all that sort of stuff. Joseph Moore, welcome, Joseph. But the idea is developing muscle memory, where you don't think, you just do it. I stopped working during COVID and got fat. Yeah, I'm fat right now. I weigh right at 150. Doing this starting strength program because it is fastest way to reach peak strength. Then I'll work endurance and agility. How am I doing? I'm tired. I did the yard today. It's like a major. Hadn't done the yard in about 10 days, and it's been raining and raining and raining and raining. The ditches are full of a bloody river. And worked on the yard today to get it done. Had by helping me. It's just, I'm getting older since I can't do it the way I used to. I used to do it myself, Back in the day, I would do the backyard one day and I'd do the front yard the next day, or vice versa. It'd take me several hours to do either one. Yeah, same thing. I had 8-9 days of rain in a row. Well, ask and you may achieve, or you may receive. Ooh, man. So my channel is growing slowly but surely start growing. Hello, little prepper. So I had told Dave that I'd like to be at 700 by when I went back to work on the 6th. And right now I'm at 1664. And that would be another 36 subscribers. And it gives me about a week to do it. It just depends on how things go. I have days when I grow, and I have days when I don't grow. And I have growth spurts, I guess you'd call it. But I mean, I'm sure I'm probably going to be fairly close to 1700 back to work. When I hit 1700, I'm going to go ahead and figure out who qualifies for the subscriber giveaway. And I have to mention the way that the way you qualify is to leave a like and a support comment on each of the last 5 videos I will have released when I hit that. So I'm thinking probably one more video will be the goodie box for the Black Widow, and the last one that I had done was the Bouge RV CR45 compressor driven refrigerator freezer. About a minute and 45-second video. And you know, I'm not doing these videos where I'm doing 2 hours or anything. What's funny, somebody, the channel that I supports me. I had done and this is a while back, I had done I'd run one of their live streams, which was like an hour and some odd minutes. I did a run on I did a playlist, which I haven't been doing lately. I haven't been doing playlists lately. I did a playlist, and I'd run there, and I had left a comment that, you know, play, and I wound up dropping a short video. It was a video. It wasn't a short, but it was a short video. It was about a 1.5-minute video, and they left me a comment on it, full view, and I just started giggling. You know, it's like on a live stream. Came onto my live stream, and it just started giggling. You know, I just started giggling about it, and I'm thinking, okay, I dropped something that's a 1.5 minutes, and you watched the whole thing, and it should have been fairly good quality for what I had dropped. You know, and then they thought I was going to be really impressed because they said, "Well, I watched a 1.5 minutes, a full view." You know, and I thought, God, well, you don't want to know what I wanted to say, but I just started giggling. You know, I just thought like something that would come out of Kamala Harris's mouth. You know, it's just, you know, it's like GD. 4 in the house, 9 likes. Hello. How you doing? What is up, Grandma? Grandma. Who are we talking to? Did you come in a little bit early? I missed you coming in. So, trying to talk a little bit about preparedness. You never know when something's going to happen. Hopefully, nothing happens, but things happen. If you live along the coast, or if you live in Tornado Alley, you know, where they've got lots of tornadoes, funnel clouds, and such. Anyway, you're subject to storm and knock out power. If it knocks out power, it can knock out cell service. Depending on where you're at, it can knock out the water supply. As far as water coming in, the power plants aren't working. It may affect if you got natural gas. I've got all electric. But you can have an outage, and it can last, depending on how much damage there is, several days, a week, maybe more than a week, 10 days. And are you prepared if something like that happens to you? Miss Anne Marie Angel, how are you? Blessings. Severe thunderstorm warning, yes. So, the idea is you should have a supply of bottled water for emergencies. If water stops coming out of the tap, you need to have a supply, because you can't go without liquid. You can't go without water for very long. Likewise, you need to have a supply of canned foods. Something that's easy to open, something that's nutritious. You need stuff that you can be going for a period of time. Emergencies. If you take medication, you need to have your medication. Hello, Life with Misty. Well, God bless you. I'm sorry if you're having health issues. How was my day? Busy doing yard work. I have a huge yard, almost an acre I have to clean up. And my equipment isn't like the super $10,000, automatic robot controlled. I have to actually mow it. Have to weed eat it. Got lots of stuff you gotta get around, so I have to cut in with a smaller mower before I can use the riding mower. And it's an effort. So that's how my day went. Hello, Dave. Yoda, Papa Vintage Cards, another excellent channel. How are you doing? So I got to get some boxes out and some packages out to people. I hear you. I hear you. Experiencing issues. I always experience issues when it comes to technology and such. My wife had to go buy some parts for the riding mower today. She replaced some filter stuff and a spark plug. Wasn't wanting to run. She bought like 170 some odd dollars worth of parts, including the carburetor. I didn't replace the carburetor yet. That takes more time, so she was running a lot better after she replaced what she replaced. She replaced a round, little long round filter, and then she replaced a fuel, goes with the fuel line, some sort of filter for the fuel line, and she replaced a spark plug. She's the mechanic. I'm not the mechanic of the family. It's like that line from Kelly's Heroes. Donald Sutherland, who recently passed away at close to 90. He said, "I just drive them, baby. I don't know what makes them. I don't know what makes them work, or I don't do engines." And that's basically the way it works. Mimi's Place. Welcome, Mimi. And Wheels Wheelchair Girl. Welcome. I have to get somebody who's good with technology, YouTube, and that kind of stuff to get me straightened out. Something happened, and I'm not able to give out bleaches right now. I don't know what I hit or what I did, but I can't give out blue wrenches. And if I take one away, I did a test. I thought, well, maybe I've given out too many. I took one away from somebody. I tried to give it, and it wouldn't let me give it back to them. So I don't know. I did something other in my settings, or I can't figure out what I did. But I'm having problems with the idea of giving out blue wrenches right now. Crap. Just crap. Yes, a lot of people are going to join up with you, Wheelchair Girl. Wheelchair Girl. A lot of people, a lot of friends on this channel, and everybody connects with everybody else. Once I get straightened out, I'll be able to start doing the blue wrench thing again. So, this is a low energy production tonight. I am tired. You got to have a means to have clean water. Filtration, whether you have like somebody told me they were going to get a Berkey which are nice. They're expensive. You can filter, use a coffee filter in a funnel, and you can filter your water like rainwater with getting chunks out. And then you can use some aqua tabs. There's a A and there's a B. You put the A in, you let it dissolve, shake it up, wait a few minutes and put the B in, do the same thing. Let it settle for about 3 minutes or so, and it's drinkable. Likewise, you can use a Sawyer or a life straw, and it filters it. You can put the water, put water in it, suck through the filter, and should be safe to drink. You don't want to drink pool water, anything that's been chlorinated or anything. You don't want to destroy your kidneys. Slow, painful death. Likewise, food. You need a supply of food, a supply of canned food. You can have freeze-dried food. Uncle Al was on a rant today. I was listening to one of his, and I think he was hitting at me, but he didn't mention me by name. Well, he mentioned me by name, and I appreciate it for the, for the mention. And I have no idea. I know that Bert has a live stream going on right now, Bert's Beats. Had a couple of people comment to me. They were going to go over to his channel this evening. Might not see him. It's all good. I'm not worried about it. Yes, you are. You're Dave. Thank you so much. My best to Echo. And I do have a package that's going to be going out to you, son, with some more prep type stuff that you can use. I had mentioned that I got another 10-pack of the emergency blankets in, which I'm going to be sending to some people. And I got another multi-pack of ponchos, rain ponchos, emergency ponchos. And I'm going to be sending a bunch of these out. You got to have a means to open a can. If it doesn't have a pop top, got to have a can opener. And this also has a bottle opener. I got these for $2 a piece on sale. Walmart. When you get something, get it. And they normally go for like $7 or $8. But I'm not worried about it. If they come, they come. If they don't, a lot of times people have stuff going on and they come back and they'll leave me a comment after the live stream. They'll come back and they'll leave it that they missed it and they apologize. I'm not worried about it. There are days when I don't feel like being here myself, and there are days when I'm not here. I miss live streaming sometimes. I did put out a community wall post today, and I shouted like close to 40 channels that I am subscribed to, that I recommend, that I support. And a few of them have come in here tonight. I appreciate that. Got 8 in the house right now, 11 likes. 30 minutes into my live stream. See if I can make another 30 minutes of it. I really worry about the watch hours. Well, I am going to subscribe for monetization, so I got to stay over 4,000. But I'm probably for the year. Oh, good God. I'm sure I'm over 4,000. I'm still over 4,000 if you take back whatever. But anyway, I just need to do it. Just do it. Nike, just do it. Need to go ahead and I look at Social Blade. They do a projection of how much money my channel's making. it'd take me to get $100 check. They don't want to send you a check once you're monetized unless it's for at least $100. It'd take me several months to earn $100 once I'm monetized. Where you make your money, yeah, that's true. The other thing is, you get thousands of people. How do you think they're going to hear you? Follow around, you talk, even if you yell, they're not going to hear you unless you've got some amplification. But I feel for people. So like Uncle Al was talking about these people who like stack number 10 cans and buckets and all sorts of stuff, you know, freeze dried. And I've also got a couple hundred pounds of rice and beans, you know, that I in food grade buckets with Mylar and oxygen, moisture absorbers, all that sort of good stuff. He tells you try to have a 2-year food supply. So then I said to him, and it was sarcastic, and I don't normally use sarcasm with Uncle Al, but I was sarcastic, and I said, I hear you, little low prepper. So I said, you know, why are you down on my number 10 cans that have a 30-year shelf life, properly stored, you know? I've got all sorts of, you know, I just have to have water and a way to heat it to reconstitute it. And I've got 3 Hey, that's good. You're catching up to me, son. You're 32 away from a 1,500 giveaway. Woohoo. More power to you, Dave. I'm subscribing to my channel and my backup channel. However, I haven't really been using my backup channel. Hello, Rachel. Like number 12, thank you. But I don't know. Like if you look at the community wall, it shows how I'm crammed in back here. Now, I got my pantries out in the kitchen area. I've got 4 pantries, floor to ceiling, 4 foot wide. I got folding doors, bifolding doors, 2 24-inch doors. When I built them with 3/4 inch plywood. I mean, they're solid. Everything's solid. And I've got them stocked and stacked. And I got to work on my pile. But people talk about their bags, their dugout bags. Where are you bugging out to? You're bugging out, where are you going? And please don't say you're going to the woods. The idea of a bag is to get you to some place. some place where it's safe, secure, where you have what you get by, what will get you through. That's what the bag is for. A get home bag, you know, you work a day's walk from home, something happens, the power goes out, massive CME from the sun, a coronal mass ejection or whatever, fries everything. And they're having a lot of CMEs. Luckily, most of them are pointed directly at Earth. They're shooting them out in all directions. Every once in a while, something comes and hits us and knocks out some satellites, and does a little bit of, looks like the Northern Lights, at night. But so your bag has to have stuff. Okay, you're out overnight. Do you have a blanket? Do you have a light? You have some hygiene products. You got water. You got a couple of bottles of water. You've got some food, maybe some food bars or something. You take medication, you have a few days supply of your medication with you. Spare pair of socks. Do you have some good walking shoes? So like if you're in your car and your car goes out and you can't, do you have a pair of comfortable walking shoes? You can't be wearing dress shoes or heels. Do you have some tennies or good walking shoes you can put on? That needs to be something you have with you. Do you have a means to defend yourself? Do you have a good emergency radio? These are items you need to have. Yeah, it's a really big room. The big room. And I got the kids spread out in it. They don't get along. They don't have good social skills. Academically, they're not doing that good. Behind. So I'm working at different levels with them, different grades. All the 4 courses plus social skills. On my conference period, they take them to PE. They have their own separate. Got a couple of basketballs for them. Let them play with the basketball balls in the gym, in the back gym. That's how it works. Yeah, if something bad happens, which I hope it doesn't, but it may. There have been a lot of bad things happening to bad people. You get these people who mock God, and something bad happens to them. There have been some pretty obvious. When the Lord returns, He's not coming back meekly. He's coming back in power to rule with a rod of iron. What do you do with the rod of iron when somebody gives you a hard time? Scriptures say it'd be better that they had not been born. A lot of people don't read Scripture. Hello, Anne Marie. Is this your other channel? Or is this a different Marie? Whether you believe that there will be a long-term disruption, or you just need to be prepared for short-term disruptions, FEMA tells you, if you look at the FEMA site, emergency preparedness, you should be prepared to support yourself for a week before the government can come in and provide assistance. So you need to determine who all's with you, where you're at, and you got to determine, for each person who's with you, you have to have a certain amount of water, you have to have a certain amount of food, bare minimums. Do you have a means to heat water, boil water, or to make coffee? Power's out. How are you going to do it? You got a wood stove? Do you have a power station with solar panels that will run a solar kettle, 12-volt kettle to heat water? Or do you have a folding stove or an emergency stove that runs on tab? You can use sterno or canned heat. You got to have something other to keep yourself going. And it's not expensive. What the expensive things are when you start talking about trying to have a solar system to run stuff. My goal in a grid down situation is to be able to keep one of my 3 12-volt compressor-driven refrigerator freezers going. If it goes out for some reason down the road, I have 2 more in line it up. I want cold water. I don't want frozen. I want cold water. I want cold milk, so when I mix up milk, when I do freeze-dried milk, or mix up milk, or mix up, tea or sodas or whatever, mix up some cheese, mix up some butter or whatever I'm using, I need to be able to keep it cold. And I've got to be able to have something that can generate. See, that's the other thing a lot of people don't understand. 12 volts is direct current. The power grid runs on AC or alternating current. It's a lot more current than involved with DC. So when you're doing you got solar panels that run into DC to generate power that you can channel into. If you're wanting to use your AC, you've got to have a AC inverter that will channel the battery from 12 volt to alternating current. You have to have an inverter, and you really want a pure sine wave inverter so you don't damage stuff. And you're going to spend several $100s on a pure sine inverter, powerful enough to run large appliances and such. Hello, KP, welcome. And Kiefer online. Hello, Kiefer. Already had the coffee, but thank you for asking about it. How's it going, heathen? I get talking about, solar power, lithium batteries, cutting their grass. I hear you, son. I spent the whole day doing yard work. So you can get a power station. I've got 4 of them right now. 4 new ones. You can get a power station that basically you can recharge from the outlet. When the power goes out, you need an alternate means to charge it, which is usually solar. So I can charge them with solar, and I can actually charge 2 different units at once because I can split the coming in from the solar panels. I've got it set up to run 2. I can have it into 1, or I can have it run into 2 separate ones. And the idea is you're generating energy. Hey, at nighttime you're not, unless you've got like a wind set up, and then it just depends on how much wind you get. And like where I'm at, there are times when it would really pay to have a wind set up, and then there are other times no, it would not pay to have it, because it's very little wind. You get a lot of wind, you get very little wind. Same thing with like day and night. Nighttime you're not charging from solar. Daytime, sun's providing charge from solar. So I have Mike Crusher Reviews. Hello Mike, welcome. So I have a battery bank of AGMs, which I'm going to be pulling out. When you're dealing with AGM deep cycle batteries, the old school batteries, you can only drain them down halfway or you damage them. They also don't have a long life. We're talking maybe 300 cycles, which if you're running them consistently, you're going to be really jacking them up in about a year and a half. If you're running them regularly, draining them down, recharging them, they don't last that long. Now lithium ion, which is newer technology, it's a battery storage of the future. They're good for like 10,000 cycles. I mean, they'll be good for plus years, and they might drain down to where they'll charge to 80% capacity. After running them every day and down and recharging. Think about those, you can drain them all the way down and it doesn't damage. So I'm switching to that. And then I want to put some more additional solar panels up where I can bring in more power. And my goal in a grid down situation is to be able to charge my device. It does not matter about the cell phone because towers are going to be down. If you don't have, if the grid is down, the cell towers don't have power, they're not going to send a signal. So the idea is to be able to charge my lights, run my fans, run my kettle, run my cook pot, run my 12-volt compressor driven refrigerator. They're not that big, but I can keep water cold, I can keep milk cold. I mix powdered milk, freeze-dried milk. I can have my beverages. I can make butter, I can make cheese, I can whatever I want to put in there, peanut butter or whatever, eggs from the chickens. So I want to be able to keep stuff cold. Got a wood burning fireplace. I got things that I can provide heat when it gets cold. Where I'm at, it doesn't get that cold, and we'll get 3 or 4 freezes in the wintertime. And these are overnight freezes. Next morning by 10. Usually one of them will be like a 2 day. It's cold and it'll stay frozen. It'll stay below freezing for like 2-3 days. Usually I have one of those a year. You know, the big deep freeze. So I can handle that. You know. And you just gotta have your food. You gotta have water. You know. Gotta have your hygiene products. Your medication. I'm at about a 5-month supply of my medication right now. I really would like to have a year's supply. Ah, Jocelyn's vlog. Well, Jocelyn, thank you for coming in. Hope you're doing well. I am. Everything's an ebb and flow. I get to a point where I build up and I'll have a couple of hundred views in a live stream. Here lately, my live streams, $60-70 views come through. Maybe 100. I'm down. I'm not putting out content the way I was. I'm operating on low batteries. Good to have you in here, Jocelyn. Appreciate you. Excellent channel to be connected to. She's over in Taiwan. Family's in the Philippines, back and forth, I think. If you're not connected, connect. 15 likes, 6 in the house right now. Hey, you take care, and I will be over to visit you, wheelchair girl. You take care. Bless. Thank you. Need to get with her. Tomorrow's going to be trimming trees. I got what tree I'm trying to take down. I'm taking chunks of it down, cutting it, and getting rid of it. I've got a king-size mattress I need to get rid of tomorrow. We got a new mattress for our bed. Working on trying to get it together. It is what it is, and that's what it is. Will you take care? I appreciate you coming in. Take care of your patients. You give excellent care, I'm sure. If you speak to Margie, tell Margie I said hello. And thank you for the 16th like. You have a blessed day. Appreciate you. So, if you looked at my latest community wall post, I've got like 7 cases of rations that I need to deal with. I normally box them and I put them in plastic totes. I add them to my inventory. And I need to deal with that mess over there. So, but anyway, this has been a low-key evening for me. I'm tired. I need to get the Black Widow's box out. I need to get my stuff. I got stuff going to Dave. I got stuff going to Uncle Al. Just got to get it out. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. And thank you for being here, Dave. I appreciate you, man. I had been looking at all those shorts you've been putting out. I think I'm up to date on those shorts. Putting out some good stuff. And I'll be sure to keep shouting you out. You've been selling a bunch of stuff, I understand. I give stuff away. I don't have time for sales or whatever. Take stuff over to Goodwill and give it away or give it to people. I gave away 2 of my power stations, my smaller ones. I gave away to one of my friends my Gold 0400, which is an AGM. I've had that thing for like 5 years. It still works. 12 volt works just fine. But that sounds cool, Dave. And then I gave another person a smaller Go Power one. That's lithium, smaller one. Just can't keep dealing with all the stuff. We get stuff, you got to get rid of stuff. So every day when you get up, thank God for the day. Say the Lord's Prayer, drink your coffee, take your medication. Think about what's going on. Try to stay up with what's going on. Stay up with the weather. I have to worry about hurricanes and storms. I appreciate everybody being here. And it was a low-key hour. I will be back tomorrow. Hey, God bless you. Appreciate you guys. And I'll be back tomorrow for another edition of Coffee Talk. Everybody, please have a blessed day. Just tired. Night.